Hi guys, another day, another DSP video. In this video, I'll be covering DSP reporting. More specific, I'm gonna go into inventory reports and check which of the supply sources are giving us the best return on ad spend. So by the end of the video, you will know how to exclude certain supply sources and increase your return on ad spend on DSP. Now, once you're inside your DSP console, on the left, you will select your orders, and in the list of orders, you will see your usual metrics. Now, there's an option to go straight on into inventory report, but that will give you the report on all the orders which are currently active. If you want to do that, then head on to inventory report. But if you want to see the inventory report for specific orders, you need to go into the target order that you want to inspect. For this occasion, I've selected this one, and in one of my previous videos, I've covered that we're launching Performance Plus campaigns to see how they perform. So, and here's like a breakdown of so far how does it look like. So this is only September to 23rd. That is today. And you can see that there's a pretty good cost. This campaign types this campaign type is aimed towards return on ad spend as a goal. I think I've input 5 as a target ROAS, and we're currently hitting 5.31, which is pretty cool. You know, it's not a huge spend. So far in the month, only 1,000 euros, and there's the return. So there you go. DSP can be profitable. It's not like you need to invest a ton of money. Now back to the point. Once inside your order, go to the inventory report and you will see a screen like this. Now by default, it's selected that you want to see supply sources on inventory type and the delivery type of view, and you can select your date range. I'm currently interested in this month. Here you can see how each one of these supply sources, and you can see the definition of the supply sources, the inventory the campaign ran on, for example, real-time bidding exchanges or Amazon-owned sites. So you can see for each of these supply sources, what are the detailed metrics. So effective cost per mille or click-through rate or total purchases. I know some say cost per mile, but it actually is cost per mille. Anyway, that's a side thing. And the total ROAS, which we are mostly interested in. To get some more clarity on this, let's sort it by cost. And there you go. You will see that some of these are pretty profitable, but some of these are not. For example, InMobi is spending 143 euros and selling only 54 euros. What I like to do, just for the sake of usability and um, I like to do some breakdown with the data. I like to download report, and then you will be presented like the Excel file that we all used to look at. So here you can easily see, also sorted by total cost, that we can maybe paint this up a little bit. Let's do conditional formatting, color ranges, highest to lowest. So here I immediately spot that I would like to limit this one, like the InMobi. Let's mark that one. Then also these, and you can easily, maybe some of these you would like to keep for whatever the reason is. Maybe you like the number of impressions that you're getting, even though that return on ad spend is low, and that's completely fine. But I'm here showing you how would I optimize based on return on ad spend. So we want money, not the impressions, at least for this campaign. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and select all of these. I'm going to pause the video and return once I select all that I want to exclude. Okay, so I've selected a few of the yellow ones that I want to exclude based only on ROAS. But an important thing to note here that is the viewability rate. You can see that all of these are 70% and up, and that's simply because, as I showed in the video when you need to create your line item, the viewability setting is the crucial. So by default, it said that every possible impression should be counted as impression, even though it's only viewable 20 to 30%. As I keep saying, impressions are completely vanity metric. They don't mean anything. But if it's a viewable impression, then something that's meaningful. And for this campaign type, I've selected that I want to have viewability over 70%. That's the impression that I consider viewable impressions. That is, if your product is peaking over 70% of the whole dimensions, more than 1 second on the screen, that's counted as one impression. And that's where you get billed, because in DSP you get billed by impressions. So you don't want to get billed for the impressions that nobody saw your ad, or just less than 5% of your ad. So you don't want to do that if you care about common sense. Anyway, that's also important to know that all of these impressions are actually valid. Now, you can see that I even selected Magnite TV Plus to exclude, even though it has 3 point something return on ad spend. That's simply because I know that I can get at least 7 or 6 or even 10 combined for this product, because it's really good. Now, I'm even considering to exclude the index one, even though it has 15 sales, 670 of total product sales, simply because um, I know I know I can get more out of the budget that I have if I don't spend there. Now, why would I spend on this, which is currently the top spending one, on this placement, when I can just select on Amazon Publisher Services, and then I can get almost eight out of the advertising spend. So I think I'm gonna pass this month, but I'm gonna keep watching how the index behaves. Now, once you have this, now it's time to go ahead and exclude everything that we mentioned. Go into your line item settings over here, then scroll down to the inventory section, and you will see the third-party exchanges. Hit exchange there, and then locate each one of these. Here's the index. Next time we'll see how you're gonna go. And then just exclude all of these that you filtered on the left, and hit save changes, and there you go. You will now have more optimized DSP campaigns based on supply sources. Next up, I'm going to also cover something similar, and it's going to be how to exclude placement sizes. So that's going to be the next video. So head on. I think I will publish it tomorrow. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. If you're not subscribed, shame on you. You should be subscribed, because I will keep sharing these valuable resources for you. So for this video, that's it. This is the quick way how to save a ton of money on your DSP account. And by the way, this is the account that's only spending $1,000 in September for this one line item. So imagine how much you would spend if you invest 10K, 20K, 50K. So that's a meaningful change with just several clicks and like 10 minutes of your time. So let me know if you have any further questions, and stay tuned for more videos. Bye bye, guys.